If you're struggling with coming up with different poses and different photo options to show your clients, this video today is really gonna help. We're gonna take every location and do the same 5 images. And if we turn, we're gonna do the same 5 images again. If we walk down the trail, we're gonna do the same 5 images again. Before you know it, you have 20 or 30 unique images to show your client that they can choose from. Monique Renee here, photographer at Silver Paw Studio, and on this channel I empower you to tell all of your tales with tales through photography and videography. Oh, I am back out here in one of my favorite locations at this natural area in Fort Collins, and I just finished up a puppy photo session. And I just want to do a recap of my 5 go-to shots that I take at every photo session, or I try to. Follow along with the shot list free cheat sheet or grab the super cheap detailed guide, both in the description below. So we just photographed Sugar Bee out here as one of my studio specials. He's a 12-week-old golden retriever puppy. He did so good. He did so good. And I just got to catching up and talking so much, I didn't get any behind the scenes video. Sorry about that. I want to just tell you about my 5 go-to shots. And we're going to see a little bit of Sugar Bee's pictures as we go. And it's really, really simple. It's tight, middle, wide, epic, and creative. And the first 3 are pretty obvious. Tight, middle, wide. So tight, think of headshot, just like a business portrait almost. Middle would be a little bit more of their body. For people, it's waist up. Wide is the whole body. So Sugar Bee's whole body. Epic would be including so much of the landscape. And so you're including the trees or the field, whatever you've got in your area. Epic can be a little difficult in the studio. Sometimes you just have the extra backdrop. It can be hard to do epic in a studio, unless you have a really small animal. So let me know if you've tried epic in a studio. And then creative. Creative could be high angle, low angle, different type of lens. It can be zooming in on just their paw or ear, a little moment, action, activity. So creative could just be all those other things, but really those first 3 are your kind of safety shots. So if you have a studio or you have the style where it's posed and you want to see, like, this puppy's going to grow before her eyes, let's see how big he is. Let's see that cute puppy face close up. Let's see him sitting and laying down and standing. And so we want to make sure we get those first 3, the tight, middle, wide. So you want to get that tight, middle, wide at every location, or every, like if you put a different collar on, something like that. And if you're in a studio, it's every background. And then the epic, show a bunch of the scene. Maybe he's sitting on a rock. One of the things with Sugar Bee today is I didn't think to ask her to bring a big long leash so he could be far away. So that really works, and especially in a place like this, the dog can be pretty far out into the field and we can just edit out that leash. And then creative, oh, there's so many things. Like we had his paws up on a rock, get a zoom in of him chewing on a stick. So many ways that we can do creative. This is a mini session, so I didn't do as many setups as I normally would, but I wanted to give you a recap. It's a short video today. I wanted to give you a recap of the 5 go-to crops that I do for pretty much every session. Remember that tight, middle, wide, epic, creative. And guess what? You could do that at each location, each pose style, each time he's with mom or without his person, with his person, without his person. And so you can really start to see how all of these crops and poses play together. So let's just say we had tight, middle, wide at this location, and then he was sitting, and then he laid down. So let's do tight, middle, wide again. And then maybe we'll do an epic, and then we'll add his person in there, and do all three again, tight, middle, wide, epic, and maybe creative, him licking her face, something like that. And then say we step down the trail over there. Instead of having a tree behind us, we have a field behind us. Guess what? We're gonna do tight, middle, wide again, him on a dirt trail versus a concrete trail, or versus in the bushes or by the water. Tight, middle, wide for sure in all those. And then if you can throw in the epic and the creative, you've got a big portfolio of images that are unique to show that owner for every session. I hope you enjoyed today's video and seeing these adorable pictures of Sugar Bee. And if you did, remember to ring that like button and the notification bell and paw the subscribe button, all those, you know, YouTube things. If you like today's video, you're definitely gonna like this over here. And as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATS's.